All right, here is lesson 5.4, find and apply unit rates. I can find and use unit rates to solve problems. All right, here we go. Jack is at the supermarket. He finds a 5-pound bag of flour and a 2-pound bag of flour priced as shown. Which of the bags of flour is the better buy? This is real world, guys. Pay attention. This is so important and so helpful when you're shopping. All right, so write a rate to represent the cost per pound. So it's telling us what order to write them in. Cost per pound. Remember, permanent division, okay? So if you look down here, they put their division sign, their per. How much was the 5-pound bag? $2.69 for 5 pounds. Then it says find the unit cost for the 5-pound bag of flour in dollars per pound. These problems will tell you what to do, dollars per pound. So that means we put dollars on top and pounds on the bottom, right? So it was $2.69 for 5 pounds. But I want per pound, I want just 1 pound on the bottom. That's my unit rate. How do I go from 5 to 1? Divide by 5. And then we're using our calculator. $2.69 divided by 5 gives me 0.538 if I put it in my calculator. Now, this is money. Money has 2 decimal places. So that would be 53. We have to look next door to the 8. That 8 is 5 or more, so we add 1 more. So that's 54. All right, C, find the unit cost of the 2-pound bag of flour in dollars per pound. Round your answer to the nearest cent. So now we're doing the same thing, but with the other bag of flour. It was $1.89 for 2 pounds. When we do unit rate, when there's money, always put the money on top. All right, so then we want 1. So I'm going to do 2 divided by 2 and 189 divided by 2. Put it in my calculator, and it gives me 0.945. Again, we only want 2 decimal places, so we look next door and you round it up. So it's 95 cents per pound. Which of the 2 bags of flour offers the better value? Which one's cheaper per pound? The 5-pound. So the 5-pound bag is the better value because its unit cost is 54 cents, which is less than the 2-pound bag. All right, see you on the next page. It takes Kendra 27 minutes to run 3 miles. Write a unit rate to represent Kendra's running rate in minutes per mile. Remember, I told you it's going to tell you the order. Minutes per mile, so they put minutes over miles. So she did 27 minutes and 3 miles, but we want it per 1 mile. So I'm going to divide it by 3. So let's rewrite this. 27 over 3. We're going to divide them by 3 because 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 then is 9. So write Kendra's rate as a unit rate in miles per minute. If Kendra runs a rate of 9 minutes per mile, she runs 1 mile in 9 minutes. So you can switch it around if you need to. It's all the same thing. All right, so then 1 mile is 9 minutes, and we want to know how much it is in 1 minute. So we're going to go 1 over 9. 9 divided by what is 1? Well, it would be 9. So then she goes 1/9 of a mile per minute. All right, let's look at another one. This one says, how many miles can Kendra run in 45 minutes? So remember, she's running 1 mile in 9 minutes. That's what we said up here. Okay? But now she's going to run for 45 minutes. So we're going to multiply. Okay? When we multiply, we will have, let's rewrite it. So 9 minutes, and then we're going to do 45 minutes over 1. All right, so then we have, what's 45 times 1? 45 over 9 times 1 is 9, and then that becomes 5. So it will take her, she'll run 5 miles in 45 minutes. How many minutes will it take her to run 7 miles? So remember, she's going 9 minutes and 1 mile times 7 miles. We can't do a whole number in a fraction, so we'll do 9 over 1 and 7 over 1. 9 times 7 is 63. So if she wants to run 7 miles, it's going to take her 63 minutes. Compare the rates 9 minutes for 1 mile and 63 minutes for 7 miles. Are these equivalent? Well, let's see. 9 minutes for 1 mile, we can't reduce that. 63 minutes for 7 miles, can we reduce that? Let's divide them by 7. What do we get? 9 over 1, yeah. So yes, they are equivalent because they reduce to the same thing, just like fractions. All right, see you on the next page. All right, a potter takes a total of 7.5 hours to mold 12 clay pitchers. Write the rate of the number of pitchers to the number of hours. All right, so pitchers to hours. We had 12 pitchers in 7.5 hours. Is that a unit rate? No. The second number is not 1. So then it says find the unit rate. Well, okay, so we had 12 pitchers in 7.5 hours. Remember, we wanted it to be 1 hour. So we have to divide by the bottom number. And we can use our calculator. 12 divided by 7.5 is 1.6. So that means that the sculptor gets 1.6 pitchers done every hour. How many pitchers can they mold in 70 hours? So we had 1.6 pitchers and we want it in 1 hour, and now we want 70 hours. So we go 1 times 1 is 70, 70. Do the same thing to the top. Again, punch it in your calculator. And you get 112 pitchers in 70 hours. How can you find how many hours it would take the potter to mold 60 pitchers? Well, first I would need to find 60 divided by 1.6 because 60 was our hours. And when I did that math, it was 37.5. And then I can use equivalent ratios. So 1.6. And then remember, we wanted it to be 37.5 hours. All right, go ahead and pause and do the check your understanding, and then check in with me again. All right, a recipe for 12 servings of soup calls for 8 cups of chicken broth. How many cups of chicken broth are needed for 30 servings of soup? Well, let's do here. We need 8 cups for 12 servings. And then we have 30 servings, right? And we need to figure out how many cups. So we're going to use our calculators and figure out 12 times what is 30. And it's not a number that I know. So instead I'm going to work backwards, and I'm going to do 30 divided by 12. And it's going to tell me that it's 2.5. So times 2.5. And you can always check 12 times 2.5. Yep, I got 30. So then I'm going to multiply the top by 2.5. 8 times 2.5 is 20. So that means we need 20 cups of broth. A store sells 2 different sized packages of AA batteries. Which package is the better buy? Explain. So remember, when we're doing better buy, that's the unit rate. And so we want to see which is cheaper per package. So we always put the price on top. So I'm going to put 19 19 over 36, and then I want to figure out for one battery. And that's where I'm going to divide by 36. So I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to do 19 divided by 36. And it's going to come out as 0.533, okay? And then the other one was 1698 divided by 24. Or, not divided by, I'm sorry, 1698 for 24 in a package. And I want to know how much for one package. So again, I'm going to divide by 24. And then we have 1698 divided by 24 on our calculator. And we're going to get 0.707. All right, so which one is a better deal? Yep, it would be this one because it's the smaller unit rate. So the 36 pack is better deal because it has a lower unit price. All right, guys, that was that lesson. See you next time.